This is Fountain
Every
Street
week I find
Church.
it hard to find the best ones, but somehow, like I said, you'll hear what I'm trying to say even when the words
Here,
are
we strive to free the mind, grow the soul, and change the world. Here, there is freedom to doubt and freedom to believe. Here, you can find a house of prayer for all people.
the swallow up Jonah.
Welcome to Fountain Street Church. Join us on the journey.
All month we've been singing a song, one verse at a time, and we'll get the choir to sing it through the first time, then you can join them.
We have shared a radiant power when the truth has made us free, and the Spirit's gracious power dreamed of good that yet shall be. Right the path before us lies. Joyful pilgrims now we rise. Joy calls us on. Joy calls us on. We have shared a radiant hour when the truth has made us free, and the Spirit's gracious power dreamed of good that yet shall be. Right the path before us lies. Joyful pilgrims now we rise. Joy calls us on. Joy calls us on.
So you heard about the shepherds? Thank you, Liana, for telling us about the shepherds. Thank the cherub choir. Where are you? A couple of them left over there. Talk about shepherds telling it on the mountain. So I'm asking you this morning as we take a time for prayer, pondering. What kind of shepherd are you today? Shepherds have flocks, right? I don't know what kind of flock you got. I got a flock. Remember, I'm a pastor. That means shepherd. But you are pastors too. Who are you caring for? Who is it who, when they are out of sight, makes your heart go a little tight? Who is it when they're sick, you feel a little queasy? Who is it that when they rejoice, you smile? There's your flock. I mean, I'm looking at Chris Creek over here. He got her flock back today, didn't she? Uh-huh. Her kids are back over there singing along. Your heart's good today, huh? It is. My boys came home last night. They just walked in the door and I smiled. There are parts of your life where you are a pastor, where their hearts are tied to yours, where your lives are indissolubly braided with someone else. So I want you to ponder in a moment of prayer what kind of shepherd you are today. And are you ready for when the sky opens up and says, rejoice? Not to be scared, because they were, remember? And they feared greatly. Because there'll be an angel come along when you're not looking, you're out there just looking after your stuff. And someone will say, rejoice! And you're going to go, what did he say? I want you to be ready, wherever you are pastoring, for the angel of joy that's going to come and surprise you, startle you. I want you to be ready. You won't know when it's coming. It won't be under the tree. Could be at a stoplight. Could be on the ground when you uncover a leaf. but you're going to be found by joy. And you better be ready. That's what I want you to be. Be ready.
You should have seen before we came out here, the adult choir and all their blue robes are all in a very narrow hallway back there, and the junior choir had to get through, and the adult choir parted like a sea to let them go by. So I understand where our love lies. It was beautiful to behold that. Well, if you were here last week, you know when I tell you we had us a ton of fun. The laughter, in case you don't know, is because last week, just hours before church, the electricity went out here and next door, and it was a big deal. We had light in here only because of an electric generator, and only some lights, not all, so that we all had to read from down below. And in the church house, there was no light at all. People were greeting each other with their fingers. And by voice, hello, are you out there? And the choir warmed up under the windows on a cloudy day, so they were aiming their books at the... It was actually rather chaotic and also delightful. It was delightful because we all knew we had to care for one another, that there were no backups. There was nothing that we could just expect to happen. We had to make everything happen ourselves. And so we were especially kind and especially forgiving and especially patient. Things that we should do more often in our daily lives anyway, but as they say in some places, we had church last week. We really did. And I want us to try to remember that not just this week, but every week, because that's really what we want to be about, isn't it? Every day, not just on the days the electricity goes out. So that's our spiritual discipline for the future, is to always act as though the electricity is out and remember where the real power lies. May these words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be found true in thy sight, thou who art my rock and my redeemer. I always ask for the supreme power, the nameless one, to help me out, and that includes you. Well, for most of you, if you're a kid, this has been the longest week of the year, hasn't it? Oh, I just wouldn't quit, and tomorrow is going to be the longest day. Oh, school is out. They say we might have a little snow tonight. But of course, if you look around, there are greens and lights and bows that festoon everything from lampposts to newel posts. Anyone here besides me know what a newel post is? That's the post at the bottom of a stair. When you get to the bottom, you always hang on to it. Is there something decorating that if you have a stairway in your house? Like it or not, and you do like it, I know, Christmas is almost here. When I was very young, I imagined that the year was shaped kind of like a giant wave. And it was started at the low point, which is the dog days of summer, where days seem just like each other wonderfully, but they're low energy days. And then slowly, as you go back to school, it gets a little steeper. Then there's Halloween, and then there's Thanksgiving. And right at the tippy top, the best moment of the year was Christmas morning. Am I right?